You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world. I swear to God. Because they got a hot girl, they can be horrible. Like, you're still ugly, though.
So we're going to be reacting to vids today. It's going to be a few vids in this clip, but listen. I chose this video for a few reasons. Number one, chick is young. I don't know how young chick was when she did this, but listen, she's young. That's why she mentioned ugly. The other thing is she's white. That is why she mentioned ugly. What do black women and people in the black community, including guys, talk about all the time as far as the main detractor for men? Being broke. So if this was a black woman, more than likely it would be, you give a broke nigga a chance and he think he rule the world. Something along those lines. Now, as far as that would hold a little bit more weight than this. Now, there are two other reasons that I chose it. The first reason out of the two is because when it comes to all this attraction stuff, I'll be talking and stuff like that, and the money don't matter the most. You see that she didn't mention money. She mentioned ugly because that's what she prioritizes at this point in her young life. Attractive, handsome guys. Attractive, handsome guys. Most of the time, when we are on this internet, you're going to see one or two things. Number one, you're more than likely, when it comes to the gripes women have, you're going to see older women. That's the first thing. But the second thing that you're going to see more than anything else is black women having the most gripes. And again, the culture that we come from, these chicks is growing up listening to fucking Cardi B now saying, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. They hearing that shit when they 14 and that song is like however old and now they 18, 19. So that stuff is getting embedded in their brain, etc. And even then, just in the community, if you're actually in one of these communities, you know what's going on. But listen, the third reason that I picked this is because even though she is a woman, it overlooks the other factors of attraction. Did you ever think that the reason you could be messing with that ugly guy, because you're messing with an ugly guy, did you ever think that it could be because he is confident? Did you ever think that his status could play into it as far as whatever he is socially around wherever you're at, whatever environment? Did you ever think about those two things? Did you ever think, and all this will fall under the personality category, we said confidence. Did you ever think that maybe this guy stimulates me emotionally? He's funny, you know, he's intelligent, all this shit that I like. Having conversations with him really gets me. Because this is the thing that I know. She said you give an ugly guy a chance. Look, you overlooked the ugliness. Let's be honest. You overlooked the ugliness because there was something else there that made you fuck with him. Chicks never do favors with they pussy. To put it in a better way or just a less raunchy way, women will never be with you as a favor for you. They are only going to be with you because they gain something from being with you. That's just what it is. So this is disingenuous.
But now men actually want to get married and they want to settle down, but women are cheating. Like, they're actually cheating. And what's crazy is, like, I know women that are cheating and they're super innocent and, like, their man has no idea.
Oh boy, you don't even know. You don't even know just how true this is. But let me tell you something. I was friends with this one girl, right? She had a boyfriend. They was talking for a long time. They ended up becoming boyfriend, girlfriend, and all that good stuff. And we was talking one day, and she was telling me how some dude, this is crazy. She was telling me how some dude paid her money to give him a foot job. Right? Like, I was like, I was like, you did it? She was like, yeah, like, he paid me such and such amount of money and for me to give him a foot job. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. But then I sat there and I thought a little bit. I was like, wait a minute. You've been in a relationship for like 2 years. I was like, when did this happen? She was like, oh, like a couple months ago. I was like, wait. Somebody paid you to give them a foot job a couple months ago? And she was like, yeah. I was like, does your boyfriend know? She was like, no, he doesn't know. And what's crazy is she would say stuff like this, like she would do heinous acts behind his back. And then she would always complain about how bad of a guy he was. I'm just like,
listen, I'm not going to get into the specifics of this video, but women are deceptive by nature. When you understand that, and when you understand that they are liars, and et cetera, when you understand that's universal, then you come to the other layer that really got exposed to me through things that I've seen. A lot of these innocent, air quote, because that's the thing, the word the chick used at the beginning. A lot of these innocent chicks don't be as innocent as they seem. They don't be as innocent as they seem. Listen, man, like, I've seen some shit. And I'm going to just boil it down to this. The chicks that you think are innocent, the chicks that you think are wifey material, they are getting fucked. They are somebody's side piece. They are somebody that is getting the runaround from one of the guys that they are fucking with. These are chicks who are fucking with two guys at one time, trying to figure out which one is going to be the most suitable for a relationship. These are chicks who everything looks good on the surface and they might have a good relationship from the outside looking in, but on the lowest of keys, she is giving that coochie to somebody else. One of the things that I always thought was puzzling as far as the black community is how many of these good, wholesome, educated, and that's the key word, educated, career black women will still fuck with these thugs. They will still fuck with super thugs, guys who are killers, guys who are getting in shootouts and stuff like that. You got a whole degree. And you still, in the choice that you make as far as who to be with is somebody who is a career criminal. It's some of the craziest shit you'll ever see. Now, I could keep going, but this is the point. When it comes down to it, man, a lot of these, everything is just not what it seems, bro. These chicks will get online and they will say, man, dude got to take me out on 6-7 dates before we can even go to my crib. You guys can't come to my crib. They're lying. They're lying. A dude was probably at her crib last night or a week ago. Most of the dudes that she's ever slept with have not taken her on a date. You got some of you guys are never going to see the other side of this, whether it be personal, like you actually having these experiences, or you being around people who expose you to these things. The great thing about this is we have the internet now. So with that, you should be able to find more people who have stories about stuff like this happening. And that's why when I see something like, okay, Eddie Murphy got in a divorce, right, with his first wife, because I got the Eddie Murphy video that dropped and stuff like that. And he already knew before he got with her that, like, the prenup and how dudes get destroyed monetarily. She got $15 million out of him in the 90s. Boom. So that's what happened. When he got with his next girl, this cat knew her in like 03 or 06 or something like that, and then got with her in 2012. So he knew of her in 06, but decided to be in a relationship with her in 2012. They were together for 12 years before they got married. He got engaged to her in 2018. It's Eddie fucking Murphy. If Eddie Murphy wanted to get married the next day and have an extravagant wedding, he could afford all that shit. What Eddie was doing, and I'm not on the inside of their relationship, this is just an assumption. He was waiting it out, stalling it out, making sure that this is the right chick. And that's what you got to do. You got to take your time. Because if you want to be with a chick for a long term, you got to see what the fuck it is. You got to see who she is. It's got to be going on to the point where, okay, if this was an act, something would have shined through the cracks by now. You got to see that. The good thing is that most of us are not multimillionaires or nothing like that. So the act is not going to be that crazy. But even for a regular guy who don't got much going on, they'll still put on a purity act because they still want you to pay them bills and things of that nature. So it is what it is. Next video.
Kim, how old are you?
I'm 68. And her boyfriend's 26.
How old is your boyfriend?
That's Patricia. No.
How old is he?
26. year though, 26.
And what you say y'all did?
I just said we met in the middle.
She hurried up. She hid.
Hold on, wait.
I said he's mature and I'm childlike, so we can meet in the middle. But I didn't.
You like stuff like that.
Look, I was going to go in depth about this shit, but after the Cooley shit, I realized the majority of the internet is smooth-brained motherfuckers who are incapable of critical thinking and who will take some shit out of context. So I'm just going to keep it real brief and real blank and all of that. So I'm going to just keep it real general. Listen, I do not have an issue with nothing that you just seen on screen. The only issue is the double standard behind this. I've seen guys in their 40s and 50s get called predators and get criticized for messing with chicks that are in the bracket of 24 to 27. And that's simply not true. That's not factual. You're not a predator for messing with a legal 25-year-old who is a full adult, who is paying bills and has been an adult for quite a fucking while. Not even just legally, just actually realistically, like in their body and in their existence. Just they've been an adult for a while. Now, this is the reason that this happens, and I'm going to keep it brief on this because, again, smooth-brained motherfuckers. It's very simple. Number one, women begin to shame men overdoing this as far as this type of dating because of the wall. They are insecure and they are upset that the dating prospects within their age bracket do not want them and that they want younger legal adults. You get that? You get that? Okay, boom. So it's no funny shit. 25, 24, 27, somewhere in that bracket. Let's continue. The second reason that this happens, as far as like dudes getting shamed and criticized, called predators for dating chicks in that bracket that I mentioned, is because men are white knight simps. There are a lot of those. I could understand if there was something to legitimately protect, but a lot of these guys, all it is they want to get coochie points. They see that this is what women are saying, and they are going to conform to it. They are going to support it. They are going to stand behind they women just in hopes to get a few coochie points on a coochie rewards card. They don't really believe this in their heart, most of them. But when you look at the contrast to that, are men insecure to where it's like, oh, we're older and, you know, the chicks in our age bracket are not going to want us? Hell nah. Hell nah. That is not something that we look at or think. But this is also the other thing. We know that young dudes really don't want these old chicks and they don't want to marry them and cuff them. And we know this. That is not something that is a common experience. The reason you get more valuable as a man when you get older, there's a sweet spot because of maturity and things like that. But really, it's money. And we just going to leave it there. But the second reason on the contrast of this double standard as far as why we don't get upset or why there's no outrage because of this is because women, that what they call them pick-me's and shit, like there's not an abundance of pick-me's in comparison to white knights and simps and things of that nature. It's something that is very rare to see a air quote pick-me. It's very rare. So the fact that, and even then, you know, the simps are feeding off the anger of the women and they are rallying behind the women. We as guys don't see this and feel anything. So even if a chick wanted to be like, you know, a fucking pick me or whatever they call it, we don't have a tremendous amount of anger when we look at this for them to rally behind. Like there's virtually no anger. Like just do your thing. That's what it is. So that's the contrast and that's the difference. I'm going to keep it simple, man. Imagine dating her and she doing this. Yeah, he's still hitting that, man. Put a like on the vid. I'm done for today, man.